Most people think you need great credit, a huge bank account, and rich parents to win in real estate. I had none of that. What I did have was a 10-year prison sentence, a dream, and a decision to never be broke again. I was 27 years old when I got locked up for manslaughter. My life was headed nowhere fast. But during a 120-day lockdown, something shifted. I found a book called Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins, then Awaken the Giant Within. I started devouring everything. It changed my mindset. It made me think completely different. I started reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, anything I could find on wealth, mindset, and real estate. For 5 years, I built a vision board inside myself. I mapped out my future in journals, visualized profits, designed homes on paper, studied super rich billionaires of real estate. And when I was ready, when I came home, I had $150 to my name, but I had a blueprint most people will never touch. I had all the knowledge in my brain. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I went from inmate to investor to 7-figure builder, and how you can too, even if you're starting from zero, just like I did. Here's the biggest lie they sell you. If you don't have perfect credit, a fancy degree, or the right connections, you can't build wealth. I was a convicted felon. I was broke, and I had every reason to give up, but I didn't. The world wants you to believe that success is reserved for the privileged, that the system is too locked up, that you have to go slow, earn your stripes, and hope someone eventually says yes. But I'm proof that system is broken and beatable, because I beat it already. I didn't beg for a seat at the table. I built my own damn table. I built my own door. My first deal wasn't handed to me. I studied it. I ran the numbers. I obsessed over it. I flipped a house and made $53,000. That was the spark. That told me real estate is real and this can really work. I knew then I wasn't going back to prison. I was going to build my empire brick by brick. And that's exactly what I want to help you do. Just the same thing I did. Let me show you exactly how I went from a $150 check to my first 6-figure deal. Step 1, change how you think. This game is 80% mindset. Stop thinking like a flipper who's chasing the next deal, and start thinking like a developer who's creating long-term wealth. You're not just selling a house. You're building leverage, using other people's money, building systems. That's what this is built on. Step number 2, build business credit. Your personal score might be trash. Mine was. I was in prison for 7 years. I got out and I had like a 600 credit score. But through an LLC, I got access to credit cards, vendor accounts, and 0% interest lines that help me fund my deals. Our students get $50,000 to $200,000 with 0% interest. Step number 3, secure the lot without buying it. Most people think you need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start. Wrong. I found an investor who believed in my first project. I got it under contract, structured the deal so I didn't have to use any of my own money. Remember, you're always using OPM, other people's money. I just had a vision and a game plan, and I was able to get money. Step number 4, stack soft costs and you get shovel ready. I budgeted for surveys, permits, architectural plans, drawings. I networked with lenders, GCs, inspectors, anybody who wanted to talk real estate. I was out there working. Every single step opened the next door. Once I finished my first deal, the banks open their vaults to me. That's what you need. Get in the game, show you can do it, and then the banks open it up. Step number 5, sell, reinvest, and build momentum. That first bill brought me in over 6 figures in profit. I knew I was never going back to flipping, never going back to prison, never going back to anything besides real estate development. And all I've done now is repeated that formula again and again and again. And that's how you do it. And if you think you need to be some expert industry veteran to do this, let me introduce you to Angela and David. They joined Builder Accelerator with 0 construction experience. Angela worked in HR, David wasn't in real estate at all. But they showed up to one of my masterminds, followed the blueprint, and got to work. They acquired a lot, fully funded their build with private capital, no money out of their pockets, and executed a custom luxury home, beautiful home, I love it, on their very first deal. Remember, they had 0 experience. Their profit, over $600,000. First deal, all because they came to one of my first masterminds. Not bad for first timers. If you're still watching, I'm about to tell you one thing I did differently that 99% of investors never figure out. Flipping sounds sexy, so do rentals. But here's what they don't tell you on Instagram. Flipping is glorified gambling. You close on a property, pray you stay on budget, which I doubt that's gonna happen, and you deal with hidden damage. Open a wall, then you got 10 more things you gotta fix. And then you hope the market is still good at that point. Best case, you're gonna end up with profit maybe 20,000, maybe 30,000. And then what do? You gotta start all over. Rentals, you're banking on $300 a month cash flow, and that's before repairs, vacancies, nightmare tenants, any maintenance. Trust me, I've dealt with every single one of these issues with my own portfolio, and I hate all of them. Now, compare that to new construction development. You control the land, you set the design, you lock in lender terms, and one single project can net you 100,000, 150,000, 250,000, or even more. You're not flipping, you're engineering wealth. And that's the main difference. And once you learn how to scale with systems, you're no longer in hustle mode, you're in legacy mode. This isn't just motivational talk. I'm showing you actual receipts. My student Tone was flipping homes, barely clearing $15,000 to $20,000 per deal. And after plugging into our process, he got 5 lots under contract. And today he's looking at over $750,000 net by year end. I told you about Angela and David. Like I mentioned earlier, went from 0 experience to over $600,000 profit on their very first new construction deal. My other student Keith was making $80,000 a year in a job he hated. He was doing door-to-door sales. Within a year, he had 3 builds going and cleared $475,000 in profit. These aren't trust fund kids. They're parents, they're side hustlers, blue collar folks who said yes to a new plan. When you get the right blueprint, you stop guessing and start scaling. If you've been stuck in a cycle of doubt or you're working a job that's slowly draining your potential, I want you to know something. You are not too late. You are not too broken, and you are definitely not too far gone to build wealth in this industry. You just need the right plan. The Builder Accelerator Mentorship is that plan. It's the same step-by-step system I use to build my company. We're gonna help you fix your credit, build business funding, underwrite lots, and lock in deals. We connect you with vetted vendors, lenders. We help you track budgets, timelines, and profits so you stay on schedule, so you get to those big profits. Click the link below to book a call with my team, and we'll map out your custom 5-year plan and help you make your first 6-figure deal a reality. This isn't fluff. This is the roadmap that changed my life and hundreds of others. And we're only onboarding 5 more students this month. Next week, I'll be dropping a breakdown on how one of our students closed their deal with $0 out of his pocket and turned it into 6-figure profit. If this hit home for you, do 2 things right now. Drop a comment below. Let me know where you're at in your real estate journey. Are you starting from scratch? Are you stuck on financing? You want to learn how to underwrite lots? Are you walking lots? Where are you at? Click and subscribe. This channel isn't just about real estate. It's about transformation. We drop weekly content to help everyday people build 6- and 7-figure profits through real estate development. This is Eric Crutchfield. I went from a prison cell to becoming a $100 million developer. Now it's your turn. Let's get it.